And welcome back, guys, to Leo Gaming. Today I'm going to do a review in 2021 for the Division 2. This came out a few years ago now. I have played it and completed it several times, but this is one of my favourite game franchises, the Division series. This will be a review on the base game, so it won't include any of the DLCs, the new DLC, Warlords of New York, or any of the added content or the end game content. This will be the main base game. So let's get started. I absolutely think this game's fantastic. It's a step up from the first one. There weren't a lot of people didn't think this was the best one compared to New York, but Washington DC, I do find it a lot more varied in terms of the landscape and the environments that you get. You get a lot of more open environments, more green environments, so you get a lot more sort of greenery and bushes and jungle. It feels like jungle areas, but they're not, but it feels like it. You've got obviously all the monuments and the historic sites that you get in Washington. In terms of the graphics I think look fantastic. Obviously, I've started playing it again just because obviously there was the new Series X update. Obviously, I'm playing the Series X updated version, and the graphics look amazing. They look absolutely fantastic. So I just sort of restarted again to work my way up to complete the game, which I have done now. So yeah, so basically you're a division agent and you've got to take control of, try and win back Washington, which has been overrun by several factions, the Hyenas, Outcasts, True Sons. They've all overrun the city, and they've all got their different areas and gang members. And you, as a division agent, which is what basically you're called upon when there's a giant global or pandemic within the city that can't be contained or can't be controlled by usual methods. So you are a division agent that's sent in to try and take out various targets in various areas. I think this is such a fantastic game. This is one of my favourite franchises. The shooting, the cover methods, the cover techniques you get. You could basically cover behind most objects, but it's more tactical. This is a lot more tactical than your usual run and gun shooter like COD. This is a lot more, you've got a lot more weapons to play with, customization with the weapons. You've got a lot more gadgets to play with. You've got the turret, which you can plant down and obviously upgrade to cause more damage. The turret obviously sits there and shoots enemies for you. You've got the Seeker Mine, which obviously is a little ball, and you throw that and it will attach itself to the closest target, or you can select a target for it to attach and it'll chase that target for you and explode within close proximity of that target. Again, this is a level game, so you're leveling up to the top level of level 30, and you've got to upgrade your weapons throughout the time. There's a lot of loot you can gain. There's material loots, fabrics, and all the materialistic loot that you can get, which obviously you craft weapons with, or you can gain weapons and armor via obviously finding it throughout the world, which there's a lot of it dotted about, or killing bosses or doing bounty hunts. But killing main bosses and completing missions is the main way of doing it, or you can save a lot of weapons, sell them at the store, the base of operations, and then buy new weapons for that particular level you're on. Again, this is, I don't know, I just love this game. This is one of my favourite games. That's why I decided to do a review on it. So yeah, basically you've got to clear out various areas. You start off with the Hyenas, certain missions in the Hyenas. And you can also collect different intels, different telephone calls, like in the first division, where you collect different, like technically voicemails really, aren't they? And which gives you a sort of slight backstory as to what's going on. Your command, I say commanded, I mean technically you've got the upper rank here, but you're commanded by a bloke called Manny Ortega, and you work with Agent Kelso, who's also a division agent, and she helps you along the way. You get the mission types, you get various missions. You've got to infiltrate a federal bunker, you've got to infiltrate a hotel. There's different missions. You've got to try and infiltrate the Capitol building, which is the True Sons base of operations. That's towards the very end, really, that mission. And there's a variation of missions. You've got all side missions, you've got control points. Basically, these are particular points on the map that are controlled by certain factions, which basically, once you've won them back and you've defeated the enemy leaders, so basically you've got to clear it out, defeat the enemy leader, and then defend it, defeat an enemy leader, and then that control point is yours, which it unlocks a supply room, which again gives you weapons and some material bits and bobs that you can craft weapons with. You also have these little smaller side missions which are used to upgrade your settlement. So you start off with the theatre settlement. Is it the theatre settlement? Yeah, the theatre settlement, I think. I can't remember now. Where you meet Odessa Sawyer. She's the leader and she'll give you several missions. So everything you do contributes towards the settlement, upgrading it, where you get like a filtration system, you get like a food area, you get a kids play area. It all upgrades and you visually see it as you go in, and Ubisoft make a point of you visually seeing it, because when you enter that settlement it will tell you to go there and have a look, which you do, which is nice because it just makes you feel like you're actually doing something in the world. What else? So you get the base of operations, which also upgrades to so many different bits and bobs and different parts, different bits it unlocks. You get projects, which is obviously you complete certain activities within a specific area and it'll unlock like a weapon part for you, which you can then go and craft. You can also, obviously with all these armour and weapon bits, you can sort of practice with different builds of your character. You could be more of a sharpshooter. I prefer the assault rifle as my main weapon, and then a rifle as my secondary, more long distance weapon. Not massive, it's not like a sniper rifle. It just gives me a little bit more distance. The assault rifle for sort of, you know, all-out gunplay, but when there's a target I can't really get with the assault rifle, I'll pull out my normal rifle, and I prefer the turret and the seeker mine as my two bits and bobs that I carry with me. What else is there? There's so much in this game. I'm not going to get it all done in this video, but I can tell you some little bits and bobs. There's no organisation to what I'm saying. So yeah, you get control points, you get different safe houses again, but they're not quite as meaningful as they were in the first division, because obviously this time you've got control points which give you more than the actual safe houses. All the safe houses do this time is unlock the different activities you get and show you on the map where they are. So obviously, yeah, I mean the side missions now on Division 2 are more like the main missions on the first division, whereas the main missions now are a lot more longer. I mean, you could take up to 45 minutes to do a main mission on this game. It is quite a long game when it's in terms of when you do each mission. What else is there? There's so much to cover. So yeah, you get, like I say, like you can see now, I mean, I think this is where I'm assaulting the True Sons. Yeah, this is where I'm assaulting the True Sons base of operations towards the end. But yeah, it's really good. I just love this game. I just love the fact that it's not a run and gun. There's a lot more to it. There's a lot more cover-based shooting you're doing. And it's not easy by any stretch of the imagination. It's not an easy game to play. So don't think because you're being able to cover, you're not going to get shot. I mean, I've died many times. One of the annoying things I do find with this game is if you're not in a mission and you die, or you're trying to take on a control point, if you die, it respawns you back at a sort of safe house, or the safest respawn point, which could be quite far away sometimes if you haven't unlocked it. That really bugs me. It's one of the things it annoys me about it. It's just annoying that it can't respawn you where you was, because then you've got to run all the way to the bloody place again. In choice of weapons, you do get a lot of choice of weapons. Well, I say a lot. I mean, you get your standard choice of weapons, but you just get different variations of it, and you can customize it as much as you want, and you get a lot of statistics. Like you're looking at, when you're upgrading your weapons, you're looking at all the side stats, like how much it improves your assault rifle firepower, or how much it improves your armor, or mainly what I look at is the damage. Obviously, if you get a green arrow going up, generally that's a lot better. Not always, but it is better, so you might want to equip that weapon. Obviously, when you complete the game, it changes to a gear score, which I won't talk about in this video because this is about the base game. Yeah, so you get a lot of side missions. What else do you get? You get a lot of sort of random activities that happen, like you'd be running along, suddenly you see some allies, civilians, trying to do a hostage rescue, which if you join in and help them, and you can start sort of, it's nice because it just makes the world feel a bit more lived in than the first one. You didn't get that so much in the first one, but yeah, it's definitely a lot more of a natural feel to it in this one. In terms of the environment and how it looks, it's in terms of graphics, it is really nice. It's got really good graphics. I'm a big sort of fan of these sort of games like Division and Ghost Recon Wildlands. Breakpoint, I won't even go there because it's crap. Wildlands was much better, which obviously you can see where Wildlands got its take from in terms of Division. Although one thing I do mention in my Wildlands video is, with this game, Division, why, oh why, can they not put a voice on your character and give your character some lines? I don't get that. I mean, I can understand it's customizable, but just do a generic voice. Do a few generic voices and you just pick which one. And then your character at least has some lines to say to the characters on the cutscenes when they're talking to you. It was so frustrating. It just feels like almost you're looking, and when they're talking to you, it's like they're talking to you like you're a div. Yeah, oi, Fico, over there. Yeah, we're talking to you. Oh, he doesn't talk. Do you know what I mean? It's that sort of feel, and it's like, why don't you just give him a damn voice? I don't understand why they have not done that yet. Female voice, male voice, and just vary it up a little bit so you can put a voice to the character and some lines. That's one of my biggest annoyances with this game. But yeah, so again, as you level up through this game, obviously the enemies become a lot harder. Generally the enemies with the yellow above their head are harder to take down. They're more bosses. They're more of the bosses than anything, which obviously you can use a bit more of your what you've got, your armament to take them down. You get a variation of enemies. You get suicide bombers, pretty much, I would call them. They run at you to explode. You get machine gunners, you get grenadists, and you get all different types, which you can pinpoint them out just before you're about to take them on. So you can generally, what I do is I like to aim and see which ones they are, and then take out the ones which I find are going to be the most annoying, which is generally the people with the grenades, because obviously they can get you from long distance, and when they lob a grenade at you, you've got to come out of cover. So take them out first, and then go for the rest. That's what I tend to do anyway. But yeah, like I say, this game is a fantastic game. I haven't covered everything in this game because I'm not going to have time. There is so much. I would have to do a separate video on sort of techniques that I use and how I play it. This is more of just a quick review as to what I think of the game and the franchise itself. Like I say, I love the Division franchise. It's absolutely brilliant. And thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you soon. Thank you.